With thousands of courses reaching nearly every edge of the globe and hundreds more on their way, there is a unique feel to every disc golf course on the planet. And within every course, there's 9 or 18 holes that are all unique from one another, even if in just slight ways. Multiply the over 10,000 disc golf courses on the planet by 9 or 18 holes, and you get a staggering plethora of challenges. That's one of the reasons I love to nerd out about course design. Not just the layout of a specific hole, but the unique geography and topography that's local to every location. That's one of the reasons I feel like I've never played a bad disc golf course. To me, the annoying optimist, they don't exist. Sure, some are obviously better than others, but from your local 9-hole pitch and putt to Maple Hill, I think that there is a beauty to every location. You can start in the Northwest. Hole 6 at Milo McIver and its towering evergreens you need to weave on this impressive par 5. Moving east to holes 7 through 9 at Fountain Hills, where peninsula greens to disc golfers are as picturesque as they are dangerous. To the Central Plains, Emporia Country Club, hole 16, where this true island green's difficulty is only multiplied by the ever-present winds of Kansas. To the eastern U.S. in the iconic Hole 1 at Maple Hill, where you get to truly see a disc's full flight before you enter the technical woods that East Coast disc golf is famous for. Hell, you can look at my local 9-hole in this slightly downhill 500-foot shot that parallels a golf course. It definitely shouldn't be a par 5, though it is. And though it's about as open as a prairie, I always seem to find this one bush in the fairway. Yeah, this might be boring to some, but to me, it's unique and interesting in its own sad way. I could go on and find something interesting about every hole ever created. That's one of the beautiful things about this sport. But like I mentioned, some courses and holes are obviously better than others, so I'll return to the title of this video. What is the best hole in disc golf? Obviously, something so subjective is a matter of opinion. What you might hate on the course, I might love, and vice versa. So to answer this question, in my own opinion, I'm going to take a bit of a cop-out. For this video, I'm not going to put all my chips on one single hole, but instead a type of one. Despite all of my rambling about the uniqueness of every disc golf hole, there are ways you can strip away their individuality, their beauty, and categorize them. You can call one a tunnel shot par 3, a dogleg left par 4, a water carry. And there is one type of hole that I am an absolute fan of. When I'm half watching disc golf coverage on a second monitor, this is where I start to pay attention. In my opinion, the best hole in disc golf is the long, straight, very downhill par 3. Screw the water carries and the stock hyzers, screw the technical right turning shots. Give me all of the best disc golfers on a gondola, take them to the top of a mountain, and make them play a course entirely made of long, straight, downhill par 3s. I'm only half joking. So why do I like this shot so much? Well, first off, downhill baskets in general are incredible. It stirs up some sort of childlike giddy in watching a piece of plastic defy gravity as it glides down parallel with the slope of the earth. In other words, watching discs fly is fun, and the more downhill, the more flight, the more fun, unless of course you shank it into a tree. The reason I love the straight downhill shot is because it's an incredible challenge. Anyone can throw downhill, but controlling the angle of your disc over such vast distances is a skill that only few can master, and when pulled off, it is a work of art. And the reason I like it to be a par 3 is because the basket is right in front of you. It's exhilarating and it's intimidating. An ace on a hole like this is a thing of dreams, but to even get close to the basket is a massive challenge when you're forced to throw dead straight. Here's some examples. Hole 14 at Disc Side of Heaven in Jonesboro, Arkansas is one of the first that pops in my mind. It's 520 feet, but only requires around, say, 450 feet of power because of the downhill nature of it. This hole at Jonesboro Open this year played as the second hardest hole for the MPO field. And for the reasons I listed earlier, it makes perfect sense. There's not really a big hyzer line because of the trees guarding the pin. You can get away with a little anhyzer out of the hand in order to flex it towards the basket, but this too is insanely difficult. It mostly takes a hyzer flip right up the gut over a windy valley of out of bounds. Most shots you see will fade out early or get turned over to the right, but when done correctly is so fun to watch.
This looks good so far from Drew. If it can get out. And it does.
Another fantastic and even more daunting example of this is the new hole 1 at Northwood Black. Miss your line by an inch and your disc could end up literally anywhere, as tree kicks at this speed and height are instant disaster. But when the line is pured, there is no more impressive shot in my mind. There's just something that is inexpressible about watching a disc in full flight downhill. An alleyway gap and nearly 10 seconds of hang time can only go one of two ways: disaster or perfection. What are your favorite types of holes to see on the course? Is there one in particular that's incredibly interesting to you? Let me know down below in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. It would mean a great deal. Thank you very much for watching and for your time.